I know, I do too. What's up, buddy?
Hey man, not much. As always, lovely waking up to the sound of construction outside your window.
Oh man, it's the best, isn't it? It's literally it's like Folgers in your cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh, it's actually the topic of the show that we have today. I'm going to let you introduce in a little bit, but the casino that I usually play at, the last time that I stayed there,
Yeah.
they actually had construction in the building. So
Ooh.
they said there might be construction sounds during your stay, and what they meant is there's going to be construction sounds very, very early. And when you stay up very late playing shows, very, very early is very, very early because you're not ready to wake up yet.
Yeah, I know. I have to deal with that every so often.
Uh, but yeah, so this is actually an idea that we had from talking in a server that we were both in. Um, I'm gonna let you take it from there.
Basically, they wanted to know my little hotel stories, random stuff that's happened in the hotel that's kind of humorous, weird, or just fun.
That's Oh, sorry, sorry, sorry. There's a car like riding around me, like I don't know what they're doing. But all right. So, what's your first story you got?
Alrighty. By the way, you gotta tell me when it's time for when we're almost done because I have one story I want to leave for last in particular.
Okay, all right, I got you.
Okay, so all right, here's a decent one. This is around the time when I started working night shifts. I mean, just night shifts. Um, Basically, there was this one woman who stayed at the hotel. She she was always kind of like weird, very weird about the way she stayed. Mostly because she was like always being invited by people. Like she was never the one paying. Thing is, we learned later that what she went to do to the she went to basically she just usually go to the casino to
Uh-huh.
get wasted while while trying to sweet talk guys into buying her stuff,
Like God intended.
like God intended. Yeah. Thing is, like she barely had any money on her.
Yeah.
So many times, what happened is that she had to call her dad, and we're talking about like a 40-something woman calling her dad to go pay the tab.
Yeah.
And well, look, I mean, like I'm gonna be nice. She's not that bad looking, but it's enough to the point where you're like, yeah, you shouldn't be doing this at this age.
And that is something that is universal because I can tell you one thing. The some of the people that I see at my casino shows, I'm just like I couldn't get that drunk now. So I don't know how you're 67 years old at the level that you are.
You know what? I feel getting drunk is fine. Like I can't do it, but I get that. But the fact that she came in was like she came in to do that, like just to be like, oh yeah, you're gonna pay my drinks and I'm not paying shit.
Yeah, you see, that's a risky business plan because you are if you don't succeed, then you have to call your dad.
Yeah,
And I think you've actually told me this story before because as you were saying, I was like, this seems familiar.
yeah. I'm gonna get to the rest of the story a little bit. Just kind of laying
Okay,
the
okay,
foundation.
okay. I got you. I got you.
Yeah. So basically, like she eventually my bosses got tired because she went to the room, like she's tried to stay with us, she leave a mess, and for some reason my hotel doesn't hasn't implemented the whole thing like you need to leave a deposit with a credit card for you to stay.
Yeah,
It's something now they're rolling out because of another story that I'm going to tell a little bit later. Uh, but basically, like she left a mess. She basically ate ate everything, and she just kind of left. So basically we just kind of hated having her around. She started trying to bribe a couple of the guys, but nobody was picking up on whatever the fuck she was doing.
yeah,
So event since we started we basically started they basically started demanding I take a credit card for credit card deposit for people who stayed at night, specifically because of her, and she didn't like that.
Oh,
Well,
why not?
oh, because she never had a credit card in hand, and she didn't even like she had to like ask for like people to like give her their credit card and like give her the credit card number, not even like her own. But yeah, thing is like she started like she started like acting out like she was very like I remember one night she was drunk enough to the point where she like came in I was like I basically told her no. Security came in. I was like, what's going on? I'm like telling them I'm not letting her stay without a credit card. And then she was like, "Oh, I'm not leaving," and she just sat down on the sofas and she started taking off her shoes. Basically, security had to like take her out. Basically, this like eventually like this came down. Like, I was literally talking to the bellhop, like just standing in the middle of the hall, just talking to the bellhop about some stuff. She just can't. She just walks up to me, like she knows I don't give. She knows I like I'm not playing her game at this point. Like
Yeah.
this is like month two of like telling her no. And she just kind of goes up to me, hugs my arm, and just like puts her breast against my arm, and I'm like, just keep looking at her like, what the fuck are you doing? Like
So,
this is not gonna work out.
so just to put a cap in this real quick, how
Yeah,
much older is this lady?
she's like probably like 10 years my senior.
Oh, so I mean, eh, the whole time you've been telling me the story, I was just thinking of that one time that we were in Galveston and those older ladies kept trying to steal you away.
Well, I have that charm, but yeah, no, this. You know what? At least they were being nice. This she was just kind of trying to get shit from me.
At least they were trying to have sex with you.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I don't mind. I understand I'm a nice catch. That's fine.
Just a little friendly statutory rape.
Yeah, nothing to get mad about.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so continue.
To be fair, I was usually passing for like 18 and like 14 years old. So,
You really were like every time we went somewhere, you looked like you were my dad.
but yeah, eventually, like, what happened was, she came into the casino with a friend. She got drunk off her ass. She had no money to pay, and security was basically starting to like bring her out
Hmm.
to like bring her outside because she was just being a disturbance. She threw herself on the ground and started throwing a tantrum.
Oh, not the tantrum.
Yeah, and security like basically had to lift her up like the usual. And like when they were lifting her up, she tried to like throw her hands around one of the guards and like start trying to kiss him.
Oh yeah, the old standby.
Yeah. So since then we never saw her again because she got kicked. She got like blacklisted from the from the
She got
place.
permabanned.
Oh yeah. Good riddance, I say, because god damn that she was a pain to deal with.
See, it's really funny because at the casino that I play at, there are literally people that, and I've never seen anybody get kicked out over it, but like they'll just sleep on the couches in the lobby. Like I've literally watched them do it.
Oh yeah. Like if you don't have security who actually cares a fuck about it, uh, people will just do whatever they want. Like we basically have to like we have like I mean it makes me kind of sad to say it, but she's like a homeless case.
Hmm.
From what a friend told me, she's schizophrenic, and basically like her parents just kind of gave up at this point because it's been like years of her like running away and shit.
Yeah,
So basically, like every so often, she just comes in and tries to tries to sit down, and we just have to tell her you have to go.
yeah,
And security isn't always available to like take her out, and they're like sometimes they're like just leave her. Thing is, like when if they take too long, basically she'll just kind of hunker down, and they will not be able to get her out.
That's rough.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, see, my casino is well, I say my casino, but it's not mine, obviously. Uh,
I
I wish it.
understand what you mean.
Yeah, I wish it was. Uh, it's kind of sequestered away from any like major roadways to where no homeless people are ever getting out there.
I mean that's fair. Mine's in the middle of the city, so like there's nothing much to do about that.
Yeah. Uh, That's not really like the casinos in Lake Charles. They're pretty squared away, so you don't really have to worry about that.
Oh yeah.
Uh, but yeah, also we like I never really see any like cases like that. So it's very interesting to hear about the differences in the casinos that we both are at a lot.
Yeah. Then again, like sometimes like it's stuff you like you don't notice because you're not like working there. Like I mean, like as like the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
who has
yeah,
to
I
like
understand.
deal with people.
And like the thing is, like the security at LaBerge, they do care. Like they will like I don't know if you've ever seen a picture of the bar that I play in, but there's like a little alcove to the left of where I'm usually playing.
All right.
And if you go out this alcove, you get straight into the casino. But for some reason, I don't understand why they do it. They do not like people to use that, and they block it off. And it didn't used to always be that way. It used to be open, and like people would like funnel in through both entrances, which makes sense because when the bar is crowded, it is hard to leave without that second entrance. Um, but they really care about that entrance. And if somebody tries to go through, there is a security guard right there that will stop them on a dime. But they don't care about people sleeping in the lobby. They really don't.
Yeah, trust me, hotel usually gets, at least here, hotel gets the shaft because casino's the one that makes the money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I want to say that at least in LaBerge's case, it's all the same entity.
Oh no, like it's like you like I know what you mean. Here it's divided by like they're technically the same business, but they're like side business per se.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So like there's like, well, we don't have a restaurant anymore because they sold that out just like so they basically don't have to waste money on that. They're basically like doing the whole like subcontracting every area as many areas as possible so they don't have to like pay like employee benefits and shit. So but yeah, we used to have a restaurant that like everything was like a different business.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So you just reminded me like, yeah, where I work, basically I have like no security like at night. Like if something happens, like I can press button, but like it's a roll of the dice if I'll actually get some help.
It's a little randomizer, is what you're telling me.
Oh yeah.
Will
Uh,
I get help or will I get stabbed?
yeah, basically like actually like this goes to like a nice little story. Yeah, I was just this is like right after COVID. I didn't have a bellhop during that time, so I was basically all alone all night during
Oh
like during work
God, that's
during my
awful.
night hours. It was so basically like randomly like at basically 4 a.m. Random guy walks in limping like very little, and he's like, "Oh hey dude, I got stabbed in the leg. Can you help me?" I'm like.
I'm
I'm like,
sorry, that's not funny. But it's just the way he's like, "Hey man, I got stabbed."
oh no, he was very casual about it. Like for someone who speaks stabbed, very casual.
Yo, dog, I just got this knife in my leg.
And he was like, "Yeah, you want me? I'll call security so they can call an ambulance." And he's like, "No, no, I just want some money so I can go." I'm like, "I don't have any money here." I do, but I'm not getting money.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. Yeah, but can you just give me some money? I don't have any money." And then he like tries to go deeper to, okay, just to like give you like a little idea. Uh, the basically the desk where we work for like the front desk, it's basically has like three computers. The farthest one from the entrance is the one where I usually work at, and there's like two and there's two closer to the entrance. The So basically like we were standing close to the entrance, like the computer like close to the entrance. He's like, yeah, here, let me show you. And he starts walking towards like where the computer where I work.
Yeah.
So basically, he's probably thinking like, oh, there's no cameras over there. It's like a lot darker, so I could probably like do whatever. I'm like, dude, I'm not walking over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not walking over there. So like basically, he eventually just gives up and leaves because I didn't get close to him at all.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Did he
as he
get
turns around. I see like a little like what looks like a mud stain on like on the back of his pants. Like, yeah, you're not stabbed, dude. If you got stabbed there, like you will be bleeding profusely.
Yeah, that was my next question. Like, did he really get stabbed?
No, he just kind of left afterwards.
Oh,
So
you can't say you got stabbed and then walk away.
yeah. So security is not on top of the game.
Yeah, could not be further from the case at my casino.
Yeah. Then there's like the time like this dude basically like, came in like with like his knuckles were all bloody. He was obviously like hopped up on some drug. I pressed like the emergency button. And like you know what they do instead of like coming to sending somebody to help?
What do they do?
They call my phone. Hey, did you press the button? Something wrong? I'm like, yes.
That's why I pushed the button.
That's why I pressed the button. Like, you can see in the cameras, there's like somebody on top of me, and I'm pressing the button. Like you do not call when it's like you're pressing like somebody's like pressing the button. There's somebody in front.
That's like the equivalent of like them calling your phone whenever your alarm's going off.
No, I feel like it's equivalent of like having a terrorist like with a gun to your face, and you like and asking for help, and like the guy's like, "Hey, do you need some help? Are you okay?"
I,
So
I'm
yeah,
I'm
security
not
is
I'm
not help at all.
not, I'm not even gonna lie. Your casino sounds fun.
It's horrible.
I just I just want to go grab a seat and watch.
Like just to give you an idea, there's also like the time like cameras are like we have like central cameras and shit. They do not help at all. I'll give you two situations that happened. Some time ago, like this is some time ago, some a couple like was just like wandering through like the foyer, which is like the second floor, like where they have like all the big spaces for the events,
Yeah.
and it's also where we have like our employee like entrance for like going like in and out of the working areas.
Hmm.
So yeah, like the couple just kind of walked into the back, went through like the whole like employee area, took an elevator, went to the eighth floor, like with like all the rooms, walked through, came down the elevator back to like the front entrance, and just left. About like
Oh,
5 minutes after they left, I get a call from cameras and like, oh yeah, there's a couple like running around. Yeah, they just left.
whoa! Why?
Why did they call, or why they're not paying attention?
Both.
Well, because they're stupid, and second is because like they do not give a fuck about hotel and they just care about casino.
That's fair too.
So then the second like story about that is during the summer, this like last summer. No, actually it was the summer after COVID. Uh we had an issue with our air conditioner system because like since the hotel had been like left basically to like rot during the 2 years like the year of COVID or whatever. It was basically like a lot of pieces needed to be replaced. So like we had some issues with the AC since it's a central. It works as a central unit that goes through like all the rooms. So basically, like all the rooms were hot as fuck, and like they stayed hot during the night.
Mm.
So like the one idea they had was like, oh, let's just leave the doors open. So what happened to happen during this time is like this one guy who stayed with his girlfriend, like if I remember right, it was a month before this all happened. Comes in and I was like, oh yeah, I'm staying in this room. Give me a key. I'm like, all right, let me check under what name. Look it up. Yeah, no, you don't have a room anymore. This was like a month ago. So like, yeah, you can just go like. So this guy like proceeds to take like the emergency stairs, which are always open, and thanks to the fact that we have no security in the front office. I'm like in the front lobby. The guy just kind of walks up, like starts going to the rooms, and he starts stealing from the rooms, just like eating shit, going into the rooms, taking shower.
Hell yeah! That man's
Yeah,
gonna get
eventually,
his
like,
money's worth whether y'all like it or not.
yeah. So basically, like, eventually, like, I guess actually caught him, and security brought him down. The cops came in, like they started like taking like stuff out from his pockets. Like he filled his pockets and his back up with shit.
Oh
And
man.
so yeah,
Yeah, and
eventually, this
oh,
is
go
like the
ahead,
kind
go.
of
Sorry.
shit that happens because like there's like no security at my hotel.
So, just to compare, if you so much as think about raising your voice at the front desk at the casino hotel that I play at, you will get a security guard starting to step over to you.
Yeah, I wish that was like that. I can tell people to fuck off now because like I'm technically since I'm the night auditor, I'm technically like I'm a pseudo like boss of the hotel. Like I'm
Yeah.
a manager basically, like only during the night. I can tell people to fuck off. I'm like, yeah, I'm not. If you're since you're acting like this, I'm just gonna ask you to leave. But like
So if a
everybody else is
Karen
has to
comes,
stand. Oh, go ahead.
if a,
Sorry.
sorry, yeah, if a Karen comes up, they ask for you.
Oh, dude, if a Karen that comes up, I basically give him the cold shoulder. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. I don't like give them like reason. I give them like the reasons I can't do it, and like right away, like yeah, it's we can't do this because we don't have like this, or we can't do this, or we're not allowed to do that. And they're like, and like I give them I get like whatever way they want to argue, they have to basically go into the whole like, oh, but you have like but like, how would you feel if like whatever? I'm like, yeah, it's my job. I have to do what my job entails. Sorry.
I cannot tell you how many times I have to do that, and even in my job.
Yeah, people are stupid.
Like literally, we had somebody come in, and we have a policy where when we do jobs, we send a layout, we send a picture of what it's going to look like, and they have to give us in writing before we do anything. Uh, we approve this. Go ahead with this design, or something along those lines. And then we also, on some jobs, require a down payment. And I cannot tell you how many times I will send off a layout, and they'll come in like a day later asking if their sign is ready.
Yeah. No, you can't trust people at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. Dirty bastards.
So yeah, that just kind of reminds me. I didn't have this written down, but yeah, you should like we'd stamp the tickets so that people don't have to pay parking at a hotel.
Yeah.
So this usually ends up with like people from other areas trying to come in and tell them and tell me like, oh yeah, I was at an event. I was eating at the restaurant. Can you stamp my ticket? I'm like, no.
Gotta stay at the hotel, sir.
Yeah, or they're asking for like because we gave out tickets to go into the casino as well because here we charge for entrance.
Yeah.
Uh, I had to tell like they also like we also give them to like our guests and the other people from outside just always asking like basically this reminded me of like this one guy who was like, oh yeah, I come here all the time. Can you give me one? I'm like, I've never seen you before. One, I've never seen you before, and two, no, we can't. And he
Yeah.
started arguing like, "Oh yeah, but I'm such a good player. I waste like so many millions here. I'm by the way, I'm talking million pesos, not dollars.
What's the conversion rate?
It's like 1,000. It's close to like 1,000 pesos for a dollar.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's like our strongest currency. It was like 500 pesos to a dollar.
Hey. But I
Yeah,
remember that. Like I remember that. Like when I would go south of the border, then there's pesos involved. It was always the thing where it's like, oh, you're rich in Mexico.
yeah. Like to be fair, like Chile is a really nice country, but our basically our what's it called? Um, the minimum our wages are a bit too low for how high prices can be.
Honestly, that's everywhere now.
Yeah, but like it's like compared to like other South American countries, like there's like a little scale of like wages to cost of living,
Yeah.
and ours are like the difference between ours are it's a little bit higher than other like South American countries. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
Yeah, but yeah, there was this one guy just kind of came in, basically like basically like like I said, I gave him like no way to like reasonably argue that I would give him something. So he started insulting me. And you know
Ah,
what I do when
yes, the
people
old
start insulting
standby.
me?
You insult him back.
Oh no, I just gave them. You're right. You're completely right.
Oh, that's even worse. That pissed me off so bad.
I know. It is beautiful because they can't do shit about it. So he starts insulting me. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, you're completely right. So he gets so pissed off, he just kind of leaves, and like eventually, like as he's leaving, he's like, "You're gonna get hemorrhoids from sitting so much." And like, you're right. I hope I get all of them.
God, I would really be some shit if the next day you had hemorrhoids.
I've never had. I'm mobile enough. But yeah, I get a lot of people like that.
Oh man, not the hemorrhoids.
Yeah, eventually, like I keep a mental list of like insults people have thrown at me. Like somebody actually called me an insect.
An insect. That's okay. Somebody called Emily Roach one time.
Oof.
Yeah, it's a
It's just
sick
that
burn.
I don't remember like in English like what Vegeta's specific like way to like tell people like they're worthless is, but in Spanish it's uh he calls people like an insect, and it's very like famous around here. So we were all laughing our asses off when he called me that.
It's like Vegeta just walked out of the hotel.
Basically.
God, now you got me thinking about what the name was. I'm, tr- I'm trying to think of what Vegeta called. Like, I can't remember what he used to say.
Yeah,
Maybe he called them cockroaches. I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah. By the way, how much time do we have? Because there's one story I do want to leave off with.
Well, let's go ahead and do that one.
All right. Okay, this is I call this Fred Flintstones versus Chinese.
Hell yeah, hit me
This
with
is
it.
not racist because the person was Chinese.
He says before he gives the most racist story he's ever told.
Oh, basically, like there's a big thing here. I don't know how common it is over there, but we have a lot of Chinese guests who do not speak any like Spanish.
Dude, dude, you have no idea how common it is at the casino I play at.
All right, do you know that makes me feel better?
Yes.
This guy's basically like go play at the casino, and like nobody like they supposedly never speak any Spanish, but somehow they get around the country just fine. So I'm guessing like there's something going on.
Yeah.
But that's beside the case. What happened was there was this one guy who was like invited by the casino from from one of our sister locations at another place in the country, and he came with like two friends. No, yeah, he came with two friends, and he was playing at the casino. Like he got drunk off his ass. So basically, like he just like basically comes like goes to the hotel, starts taking the elevator to go up to his room with his two friends, and since they're so drunk, they never press anything. So they're just kind of standing around in the box. So what happened was at the same time there was this event was ending, which was like a costume party for um all the office workers for the city from the city from like a little neighboring area. And yeah, they're just leaving, and one of the guys just happened to be dressed as Fred Flintstone. So basically, guys go to take the elevator to go down to their cars, and the Chinese don't like that. The Chinese guys do not like that at all. So they start fighting on the second floor. Eventually, like it leads to like them fight, like getting close to the stairs that like just like the regular stairs that go out down to the first floor. And yeah, Fred Flintstone throws a punch and sends the Chinese guy down the stairs. And everybody's like, "What the fuck just happened?" Security comes in, starts oh, getting a message from Doug. Holding up. Wonder what's wrong. Let's see. Let's see. He is answering now. Oh shit! Call dropped. Uh, it says it's working just fine. Let's see if he wants to add another one. I can't hear you. Uh, Give me a second. I'm gonna drop this call and while he makes another one. All right. So sorry, people. I'm just gonna leave off right here.
All right, so I didn't mean for the recording to start already. Riverside is just going absolutely rogue, so I'm going to invite Leo back to the call here. Copy. Oh, well,
Can you hear me?
yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Are you recording already?
Yeah, it's already recording.
All right. So where did I leave off for you? Just because I don't want you to miss out.
Yeah, word is Fred Flintstone was getting in the elevator.
Okay. All right. So yeah, he was. They were getting into the elevator to leave, and yeah, the Chinese guys were like, since they were so drunk, I don't know what happened, but yeah, they started fighting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, on the second floor. So yeah, they start fighting, and eventually, like the fight gets close to the stairs, which is like we have like the emergency stairs and the regular stairs for the second floor. Yeah, for the regular stairs, and eventually Fred Flintstone punches one of the Chinese guys, and he falls up down to the rest.
Oh
There's blood
gosh.
everywhere.
Yeah, I bet there was.
So yeah, eventually like police come. I mean, the security comes in. The police come in, start taking statements, and basically like everybody's like let go. And I just remember like they went to clean up the Chinese guy while the ambulance came in, and the bathroom was just covered in blood afterwards.
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah. So like eventually like the ambulance takes him away. There's a big misunderstanding on like who were like the three Chinese people were actually staying at the hotel, since there was only one person registered to the room,
Yeah,
and since like they're all doing the whole I don't speak Spanish thing.
classic.
Yeah, so like yeah, eventually like so and this I also learned this like a long time later. Since there was this big misunderstanding, they sent like they actually it actually ended up with the our business having to pay the Hope hospital bill of the guy who went to the hospital.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that's still one of my favorite stories because it's so absurd.
Yeah, whenever he said Fred Flintstone versus the Chinese people, I was really wondering where you were going with that.
you weren't you weren't
Uh,
expecting that, were you?
yeah, because like my casino is very tame in comparison.
Oh,
I
dude,
don't.
drunk people, just not a good combination anywhere.
Well, it's a fine combination if you have security.
Oh, yeah, but I don't have security. You remember you read that?
Not only do we have security, but we also have a robot security guard for the parking garage, and his name is L2D2.
That's badass. We don't have that. By the
Yeah,
way, you're welcome to tell like your like the hotel lobby where you work at. Um, where you work at like my stories and just have them be in horror of what I have to go through.
yeah. I'm pretty sure that their security is so good at my hotel that if they push the panic button, somebody would just shoot them through, like from across the parking lot.
Oh, I would love that. I'll be so happy with that.
The
Like,
security at this casino is insane.
no, that's actually security. That's actually somebody caring. Like nobody gives a fuck about us here.
But but Leo,
Yeah,
what's the name? What's the name of your casino?
I don't want to say it mostly because I
Okay,
don't
yeah,
want them
that's
to
fair. That's
sue
fair. That's
us.
fair. That's fair. Uh,
That's why. That's
when
why
you
I didn't get say that neither the city nor the casino where I work.
but when you work there, your family.
Oh fuck them! Fuck that shit. They started that. They started that stuff after they merged with like South African business.
Yeah,
God damn it! It's so trash. They made the place so much worse ever since that happened.
but your family.
Fuck that.
All right. Well, that being said, we're gonna go. We're gonna go ahead and cut it there. And next, we'll just do it. We'll just do a little behind the curtain for the people here. Next week's episode. Are Do you have any reviews ready, or do you want to do the next Resident Evil movie?
Um, shit. It actually depends on when my monitor comes in.
Well, we'll discuss it off the air. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody.
Thanks to everybody for listening. I'm sorry that Leo ruined the show for you.
I'm so
Uh,
sorry.
bye, buddy.
I'll be seeing you.